A 4 Transit Connect radio installation. So this is the antenna bracket made by Crystal West, I guess. Secure the cable. Then it goes through the firewall. So you see it's attached. It does not reach the air conditioner hoses and pipes, plumbing. Fuse adapter connected to ignition fuse. You will find it in the book. Radio fuse is an extra fuse. So yeah, a set of fuse, a fuse through adapter, then the harness fuse, and there is a ground connected to the chassis here, and I run it through here, through a split loom. So that's behind the passenger seat. And you see it's secured in a couple of spots. The radio is mounted with nuts and bolts, so it's not just screws but nuts and bolts, because this metal is vibrating a lot while driving.
There's a bit more method to the madness.
In order to take the glove compartment out, you have to remove the hinges. So use a flat screwdriver and remove the hinges. 2 hinges, one here. Take it out and you open the glove compartment and it comes out. So that's the glove compartment underneath the hinges, the fuse. Okay, so after I'm taking the hinges out, open, squeeze, and comes out. So the radio comes on with ignition, so I just turn the ignition on. Not the engine on, just the ignition on, because it's connected to the ignition circuit. The radio is on, and I connect it to an old power meter. You see, if I look at the 5-watt scale, which is the lowest, I'm transmitting. You see the needle moving? That's the reflected power. So it's almost perfectly tuned antenna, like I usually do. If I go forward power, of course I go to high scale, 50 watts. My radio is 45 watts. Okay, so that's the way I tune antenna. I measure, and I probably trim it once, but I've done so many installations for this company. I know about which I'm supposed to cut according to the ground plane and the fender, so I have a lot of experience in tuning these antennas. And the harness, the split loom harness that comes from behind the passenger seat, like I showed you earlier, is being attached to this wall. We're using some clamps. I use different clamp in here because maybe some service guy want to easily remove this one without removing the screw, so he can just slide this cable out, remove the radio. That's the reason. But everywhere else, you see I split the split loom and I put the clamp inside, so it's like a factory installation. And the trick here, I'm using the strain relief to prevent damage on this connector. That's the microphone. So I use a plastic clamp with 2 tie wraps, give some freedom, so take some of the stress out. And the microphone, I install it here, but you can